For the monthly Patreon video, I've been kicking around some ideas on what I might want to show you before I show the rest of the community. And there's a lot of great community projects out there that might not have as much focus as some other projects. James reached out to me over email and asked if I'd like to check out his project, and he's working on what he calls Octofarm. Octofarm allows you to see multiple Octoprint instances, even if they're on different devices, all in one browser view. You get the status of the print, you can see the webcam, and you can control the printer. So that's what I want to show you today, and maybe we'll do that in a few other Patreon videos, pick different projects and go through them one by one. But I'll show you how to get it set up, how to get it working on multiple printers, and mainly this is just to showcase all the great work that James has done so far. So let's take a look. So James currently just has Octofarm available out here on his personal GitHub. You can reach it, I'll leave a link in the description below. But basically it's just a web server. You can set all these files up on your desktop and just run it right there, or you can park them on a web server if you already have one. I just use it on my desktop right now and it works out great. This product is being rapidly developed and there are a few bug issues here and there, even with performance in the browser sometimes. If the longer you run it, sometimes the worse it gets. That's mostly because of the Chrome browser. It does work best in Chrome. But even in its current state, I find it really useful, and I definitely think it's going to be even better going forward. So if you scroll down, you can take a look at a lot of the information about Octofarm. He's done a pretty good job at documenting all of that. But we're just going to grab the whole GitHub package right here, and we'll download the zip version. And we'll head over to downloads, and we'll just unzip this whole thing, extract all. And you can run the whole Octoprint file structure from anywhere you want. It's just a web-based structure. Just put that file wherever you'd like to grab it from. I'll just leave it here in downloads for now. And to launch it, all you have to do is click on the index file. Again, I do prefer using this in Chrome. I'm not sure if it even works on the other browsers. And here's the main dashboard for Octofarm. Now all we have to do is add our Octoprint instances. Another great feature of Octofarm, it works no matter what IP or port you have. So if you switch the ports up, like in the multi-Octoprint install, I'll leave a link to that up in the corner, you can still use this. You just have to punch in that port number. It's really handy. So let's add a printer. All you have to know is the IP. We'll add this one over here behind me, 192.168.1.186. It is on port 80. And if you're running from port 80 and you haven't altered the configuration, this should probably work as your default stream. So you can just retype that in for your camera, but you can also just punch in the IP. The most important part is this URL right here. You can also grab this value, if you don't want to type it in, from your Octoprint instance. And we have to go get that API key anyway. So let's head to that Octoprint instance. Let's open a new tab, 1.186. We'll log in. We'll go up here to settings, and that webcam entry that I showed you, right down here in webcam and time lapse. This is the important URL for your stream. You can just copy that, head back to Octofarm, and we can put it in there. Again, you can probably make this work for localhost, but you can also just punch in the IP again. And that should work. Now we still need our API key, so back to our instance, still in settings, we'll hit API. And for Octofarm to work, you do have to allow cross-origin resource sharing, this tick box right here. So if you don't have that ticked, you will have to tick it and then restart the Octoprint instance. You can do that up here with the power button. Just restart Octoprint. You don't even have to reboot the whole thing. That does have to be enabled. And then you can just copy your API key. You can copy it right here. Back to Octofarm. We'll paste in our API key. And we'll hit save. Now our new printer instance did come in. It's right here. You can see it's undefined. Sometimes they do come in like that, but usually you can just refresh the browser and then it'll pick up the name. Now the reason why it doesn't say connect is because the printer is probably not connected to Octoprint. So if you go back to the instance, you can see it's waiting to connect to the printer still. It's offline. So let's just hit connect. Now the printer's connected to Octoprint. Now we can head back to Octofarm. And you can see it's already been updated and it's pulling our webcam stream automatically. Now one thing to note when using Octofarm is the refresh rate of these is pretty high. That's the number of seconds it does a refresh of the information on that printer. And it can cost you some CPU cycles on your Octopi. If you're running a Pi 0, this might be a problem. But if you go over here to configuration up here in the top right and you hit settings, this gives you the refresh rate. This is in milliseconds, so it updates every 3 seconds. I don't need updates that often. When you're talking about a 5, 6, 20-hour print, every 3 seconds, that's not going to help you out that much anyway. So I like to just bump it all the way up to 15 seconds. So we'll just enter 15,000. That should do more than enough refreshing for me, and that'll save you some CPU cycles on the Octoprint side. So we'll just hit save. And let's go ahead and add another printer. We'll just hit add printer. And let's add some printers that are on a multi-Octoprint instance. So we'll do 192.168.1.183. And we'll install the default printer. That's on port 80. It doesn't have a webcam, but we still do need that API key. So we'll open it up. We'll log in. We can go ahead and hit connect on our printer. We'll go to settings, API. Remember, you need this tick box. You have to have that enabled. Copy the API key, back to Octofarm. Paste it in here, hit save. There's no webcam, but it's pulling in all the information. And if you want to kick off a print from here, you can do that, or you can also control the printer. So if we hit Files, you can see all the files that are on the Octoprint instance. And let's just select this maker coin here, and we'll hit play. It fired off the print, it's printing, things are heating up. And while that's starting a print, let's add another printer. Add printer. This time we're going to use the same Raspberry Pi, but another instance that's running on top of it, controlling another printer. It does have a webcam. So we'll do 192.168.1.183. And this one is on port 5001. I believe on this configuration the webcam is default, so we can just use that default URL. So let's go ahead and open up the instance. 1.183 on 5001. We'll log in. We can go ahead and connect the printer. We'll go to settings. Webcam, since it's a multi-instance, I tag the IP on here, but we'll just grab this whole thing. We'll copy it. Back to Octofarm. Let's paste it in there. That should work just fine. Back to the instance, API. Again, make sure your tick box is correct. Copy your key. Back to Octofarm. Paste it in here, hit save. And it's pulled the printer in and our webcam's ready to go. And in the meantime, our print has started over here on the printer and it's giving us updates. And just to show you the controls, let's go back to our first printer since we have this webcam view. Let's hit controls. It brings up a separate box with the webcam in it, and you can move the printer around, just like if you were in Octoprint. Pretty nice feature. So let's go ahead and add one more. Add printer. Let's add in our other Mark II, 192.168.1.185. It does have a web camera. It's on the default stream, but we still need that API key. Let's pop it open. We're connected. Let's go to settings, API, make sure we're checked, copy the key. Octofarm, paste it right here. Let's get our default webcam URL, webcams, back to Octofarm. We'll just put the IP on it. And there's our Mark II. So we've got 4 printers in here. I've had up to 8 before. Doesn't seem to bother it at all. It handles it just fine. You can also go over to the monitoring tab up here, and we can go into a list view. If you have a ton of printers in here, I think this is pretty handy just to see them at a glance. But you can also see the camera view. And that just shows you snapshots of all the cameras you have set up. There's also a feature being worked on where you can control multiple printers at the same time. So say you had a farm and you printed the same part over and over on like 5 different machines. You could just kick all those off at once. You just had to check the boxes, hit print, kick them off, and wait for it to finish. And you can monitor them all at the same time. That's going to be a really handy feature for a certain type of user. More to come on that, I'm sure. And that in a nutshell is Octofarm. I find it really handy to have, especially when you're printing a lot of things for shows like maker coins. You can run multiple machines, see exactly what's going on if there's a problem, and know when they're done. All in one screen, I don't have to keep all these different tabs open. I'm really excited to see where this project goes next. And that's Octofarm. Again, it is under rapid development. They're putting out a couple bug fixes a week at this point, and we haven't even reached the 1.0 version. James has done a really good job developing this project, and I'm sure it's only going to get better over time. Hopefully I can even help out in some way by finding certain bugs or reporting the problems that I'm having. And maybe you're interested in helping out as well. Please check it out over on his GitHub page. A huge thanks to all my Patreon supporters as usual. These videos are just for you, and I'll see you on the next coffee break.